From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The Kremlin said today a meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump has been agreed on for the coming days. Putin's foreign affairs advisor said the two sides are working to set things up and have agreed on a venue. A meeting between Putin and Trump would be their first since Trump returned to office this year. Ontario Premier Doug Ford is warning that U.S. President Trump could suddenly, quote, pull the carpet out from underneath us by opening up the continent's free trade agreement ahead of schedule. Trump's new 35% tariffs last week hit only Canadian goods not covered by the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement on trade. That pact is scheduled for review next year, but Ford doubts Trump will wait.
This guy's coming at us. I just want to go on record. He's coming full bore at us. This isn't going to be a church picnic. This is going to be, let's get down to it, and we'll see what happens. I'm praying that everything's going to go fine. But if it doesn't, I got to ask the people, do you trust President Trump? I don't.
Ford shared his concerns yesterday after the country's premiers met virtually with Prime Minister Mark Carney to discuss the latest on the trade war. Apple's CEO paid a visit to the White House yesterday, offering President Trump a gift and making a promise of more investments in domestic manufacturing. Here's ABC's Nicole D'Antonio.
At the White House, Apple CEO Tim Cook presenting Trump with a glass and gold gift made in the U.S., and Cook making this announcement.
For the first time ever, every single new iPhone and every single new Apple Watch sold anywhere in the world will contain cover glass made in Kentucky.
Cook also boosting Apple's investments in U.S. production, allowing the company to avoid a steep new tariff on foreign semiconductors.
Police in southern Ontario's Cottage Country say a man wanted for murder after 3 bodies were found in a burned-down home has now been confirmed as one of the dead. Ontario Provincial Police say 29-year-old Mitchell Gray died inside the Bracebridge home due to smoke inhalation. Investigators determined the other bodies were those of his parents, Paul and Anita Gray, and that they both died from gunshot wounds. And a new study finds a majority of young adults are putting off life's milestones to focus on independence and financial security.
In 1975, almost half of 25 to 34-year-olds had experienced what are considered the 4 milestones of adulthood: moving out of their parents' home, getting a job, getting married, and having children. But a new U.S. Census Bureau working paper finds nearly 50 years later, less than a quarter of U.S. adults have achieved those same milestones. And researchers theorize it's a result of young adults today prioritizing economic security over starting a family, partially due to the cost of housing and other life needs. Alex Stone, EBC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Canadian Victoria Mboko will challenge for her first WTA title when she faces Japan's Naomi Osaka in tonight's National Bank Open final in Montreal. The 18-year-old Mboko defeated Alina Rybakina 1-6, 7-5, 7-6 in last night's semi.
It's been a crazy night for me. For my first ever final, of a 1,000, it's unbelievable to even think about it.
On the men's side in Toronto, 4th-seeded American Ben Shelton will take on 11th-seed Russian Karen Khachanov. In the men's final tonight, Shelton took out fellow American and 2nd-seed Taylor Fritz in straight sets last night as Khachanov ousted top-seed Alexander Zverev. In the CFL, the East Division leading Hamilton Tiger Cats look to extend their win streak to 7 games when they host the BC Lions tonight. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.